So this is how to play Final Fantasy VII The Remake board game, Materia Hunter. First, determine the player count, either 1 versus 1 or 2 versus 2. For 1 versus 1, deal 7 cards to each player, but keep only 4. In 2 versus 2, deal 10 to each team, but keep 3 for each player. Next, shuffle the Materia tiles and display them in a row. Place a metal token on each of the 3 middle tiles. Shuffle the Materia deck. Give each player 3 Materia cards to start. Create a display of 5 Materia cards face up, then determine the first player. The objective of the game is to win the most Materia tiles, by playing more Materia card values in that color. Phase 1, Battle 1, take 3 turns each. Phase 2, Intermission, determine who gets the medals on the middle 3 tiles. Phase 3, Second Battle, take 3 turns each. Phase 4, the Showdown, use medals to play your last Materia cards. And Phase 5, Judgment, determine the winner of the tiles. So in the first battle, there are 4 things you need to do on your turn. First, draw 1 card from the display or deck. Flip a character card face down onto the field. Then, choose 1 action out of your 3, either pass your turn and draw 2 cards from the display or deck in any mix. Use a normal action, which is playing 2 Materia cards from your hand and activate bonus effects from the character, or use the character's special action. Then lastly, use 1 Materia tiles effect. During the intermission, after both players have taken 3 turns, see who has the highest value in the middle 3 Materia tiles. Ties will return the medal to the supply. If you have the highest value, you earn the medal. Flip your 3 character cards face down to use for the second battle. Leave the Materia field as is, with the Materia cards in the columns, then clear the display and refresh with 5 new Materia cards. In the second battle, repeat Battle 1, but switch starting players. And on your turn, draw 1 card from the display or deck, flip a character card face up onto the field, choose one of your 3 actions, pass, normal, or special action, then use 1 Materia tiles effect. When you are drawing cards from the deck or the display, immediately refresh the display when a card is taken. If multiple cards are being drawn, announce how many will be taken from the deck first, then take it, then the field, then take, then refill the display. Phase 4 is the Showdown. Cash in 1 medal to place 1 Materia card onto the field, and use up all of your medals. Players do this simultaneously. Place your card in front of you face down first, all of your cards, then reveal at the same time. Then move the Materia cards to the Materia tiles column. Cards do not activate Materia tile effects. The final Phase 5, the Judgment. Starting from the Materia deck side, see who has the higher value in the Materia tile column. Numerical values are added up, not the number of cards, and you must win more tiles than your opponent to win the game. If you tie for a tile, then no one takes a tile. And if you have the same amount of tiles as your opponent, whichever team has the highest Materia value of 1 color in any of their columns wins. So there are 5 Materia tile effects. Refer to the rulebook constantly. Print out a copy if you must. If you place a Materia in the column, you must activate its effect. Only activate 1 Materia tile's effect, even if you play multiple cards in other or the same columns. For the red tile, flip a face-up card on your opponent's side face down, in either the same column or adjacent tiles columns. For the yellow tile, draw 1 card from the display or deck to your hand. For purple, flip 1 card on your field face down, then play the card from the top of the deck face up onto your field, if you have a card to flip down in the first place. For green, take a metal token from the supply, and blue, flip a face down card on your side face up. Every character has a bonus action, which occurs when you choose a normal action and play 2 Materia cards from your hand. The bonus action occurs if you played the proper Materia color from your hand. For example, Cloud's bonus action flips an opponent's card face down if you play a red Materia. The Materia cards are also shaped with their colors for color blindness, and only 1 bonus, even if you play 2 of the same colored Materia card, can be activated. Every character also has a special action, which have Materia card requirements. You should focus solely on the number of cards in the column or field, not the numerical value. Face down cards can be included for these requirements. Some requirements need X amount of any color of your cards to be flipped down, which shows the hexagon. And medals can be cashed in to reduce a requirement cost by 1 per medal, which may be more useful than the showdown phase. Characters may need to have either a combined total of materia cards on your field of the 2 colors shown on them, a single color can fulfill the requirements, or have X amount or more of materia cards on your side of the field, or have X amount or less materia cards on your side of the field. 0 cards also counts. Face down cards can be included or excluded for requirements. I highly recommend printing out a copy of the icons table. These icons must activate special abilities from left to right, complete the icons before starting the next icons effect. Some effects are OR statements, or sum of X amount of times, which is mainly Aerith. And once you've finished, you still activate 1 materia tile effect from the cards you played in its column. There's also a team mode, which is 2 versus 2. In this mode, alternate team members' turns. Each player will only play 2 characters out of 3 from their hand. You share medals and the field with your team. You cannot trade or use each other's materia or character cards. And you should discuss and coordinate a plan to set up the field with materia.